What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got two crawler baits here. I've got the Imakatsu Aventa crawler and the Imakatsu Berlinetta crawler. I'm going to take a quick look at these baits, talk about some of the action that these baits can produce, some similarities and differences between them. They're both topwater crawler baits, and if you're unfamiliar with that, the crawler baits, they're unique. You can easily spot them because they have these sort of wing-like things on the side, and the action with a crawler bait is these wings sort of chop like this as the bait crawls along the surface. So it's a really cool action. There's not too many of them out there. A lot of the Japanese companies, the major ones, most of them have their own version of this bait, but Imakatsu has a couple different versions of it. And that's what we're looking at today. Of course, the big similarities here is you can see one of these baits has two segments and the other one doesn't. And also this Imakatsu Aventa crawler, this is a wooden version of it, and it's also the GT version of it, as you can see there. So, you know, solid wood. They're very good looking baits. The colors are good. I believe this is a frog type color. I don't know if it's Tanamasu, I believe. I'm trying to remember the, Tanosama frog. Tanosama frog. Pretty cool color. Definitely a good frog imitator. And our Berlinetta crawler, it actually says it right across the top, super bone white. So just a really bright white colored bait. They've got good hooks, good hardware. You can see at the front they each have a snap on there. These weigh between 1 and 1.5 ounces. Berlinetta crawler is listed at 1.4 ounces. This one they listed it in, I believe they listed it in grams actually. 30 grams. I would say, I looked that up. I feel like this bait might weigh a tiny bit more than that though. This one actually isn't that far off in weight from this one. I would say, you know, it's going to be a little over 1 ounce would be, you know, my guess at this bait. But these are they're very cool. They're interesting designs. If you saw my other video, I did a Monka Lure Works crawler. So I'm getting into these crawler baits. I've got a local lake that I think is going to be good for these. So I'm hoping to, you know, catch some fish on them this year, and you know, we'll see what happens with it. I think this is, you know, a really cool topwater bait that, you know, maybe some of the bass over here in the States just don't see this type of lure or action very often, and you know, we're hoping that's going to generate bites for us. Let's get a good look at these. You can see on the segment here, the second segment, there's also you know, this sort of rubber, you know, jig skirt material, kind of like, you know, like a hollow body frog. The legs on it, very similar. Adds you just a little more action on that. But these are they're really good looking baits. Really excited to check them out. Okay guys, here's a good look at the Imakatsu Aventa crawler in the water. Kind of has this nice crawling, chopping type action. I know it's a little bit tough to see with the GoPro. That's probably your money speed right there. Sort of a slow crawl, and you see how it leaves a nice bubble trail behind it as those wings just sort of chop along the surface. Alright guys, here's the Imakatsu Berlinetta crawler in the water. Trying to get it near the kayak here where you can see it. Again, it's that sort of slower crawling pace that you're looking to do with these big crawler baits. Slow, methodical, chopping along the surface, let the bait do its thing.